The Confessions of Saint Augustine, Book 13, Chapter 20. Let the sea also conceive and bring forth your works, and let the waters bring forth the moving creature that has life. For you, separating the precious from the vile, are made the mouth of God, by whom he says, Let the waters bring forth not the living creature which the earth brings forth, but the moving creature having life, and the fowls that fly above the earth. For your sacraments, O God, by the ministry of your holy ones, have moved amid the waves of temptations of the world to hallow the Gentiles in your name, in your baptism. And amid these things many great wonders were wrought, as it were great whales, and the voices of your messengers flying above the earth, in the open firmament of your book. That being set over them as their authority, under which they were to fly, whithersoever they went. For there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard, seeing their sound is gone through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world, because you, Lord, multiplies them by blessing. Speak I untruly, or do I mingle and confound, and not distinguish between the lucid knowledge of these things in the firmament of heaven, and the material works in the wavy sea, and under the firmament of heaven? For of those things whereof the knowledge is substantial and defined, without any increase by generation, as it were lights of wisdom and knowledge, yet even of them the material operations are many and diverse, and one thing growing out of another, they are multiplied by your blessing, O God, who have refreshed the fastidiousness and mortal senses, that so one thing in the understanding of our mind may, by the motions of the body, be many ways set out and expressed. These sacraments have the waters brought forth, but in your word. The necessities of the people estranged from the eternity of your truth have brought them forth, but in your gospel. Because the waters themselves cast them forth, the diseased bitterness whereof was the cause why they were sent forth in your word. Now are all things fair that you have made, but behold, yourself are unutterably fairer that made all. From whom had not Adam fallen, the brackishness of the sea had never flowed out of him, that is, the human race so profoundly curious, and tempestuously swelling, and restlessly tumbling up and down. And then had there been no need of your dispensers to work in many waters, after a corporeal and sensible manner, mysterious doings and sayings. For such those moving and flying creatures now seem to me to mean, whereby people, being initiated and consecrated by corporeal sacraments, should not further profit unless their soul had a spiritual life, and unless after the word of admission it looked forwards to perfection. Chapter 21. And hereby, in your word, not the deepness of the sea, but the earth, separated from the bitterness of the waters, brings forth not the moving creature that has life, but the living soul. For now has it no more need of baptism, as the heathen have, and as itself had, when it was covered with the waters. For no other entrance is there into the kingdom of heaven, since you have appointed that this should be the entrance. Nor does it seek after wonderfulness of miracles to work belief, for it is not such, that unless it sees signs and wonders, it will not believe. Now that the faithful earth is separated from the waters that were better with infidelity, and tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. Neither then does that earth, which you have founded upon the waters, need that flying kind, which at your word the waters brought forth. Send you your word into it by your messengers, for we speak of their working, yet it is you that worked in them, that they may work out of a living soul in it. The earth brings it forth, because the earth is the cause that they work this in the soul, as the sea was the cause that they wrought upon the moving creatures that have life, and the fowls that fly under the firmament of heaven, of whom the earth has no need. Although it feeds upon that fish which was taken out of the deep, upon that table which you have prepared in the presence of them that believe. For therefore was he taken out of the deep, that he might feed the dry land, and the fowl thou bred in the seas is yet multiplied upon the earth. 4. Of the first preachings of the evangelists, man's infidelity was the cause, yet are the faithful also exalted and blessed by them manifoldly from day to day. But the living soul takes his beginning from the earth, for it profits only those already among the faithful to contain themselves from the love of this world, that so their soul may live unto you, which was dead, while it lived in pleasures. In death bringing pleasures, Lord, for you, Lord, are the life-giving delight of the pure heart.